Some rivalries in sport are simply about geography. They are neighbors squabbling over the garden fence. But honestly, some run much deeper, built on a shared history, a similar mindset, a raw, competitive spirit that is almost impossible to define. The rivalry between Australia and South Africa is one of these. It is a heavyweight contest, fought on sun-baked cricket grounds, muddy rugby pitches. When the green and gold of Australia meets the green and gold of South Africa, the world stops to watch. It is more than just a game, a test of character, a clash of titans who see a mirror image of themselves. These contests are not for the faint of heart. They are intense, physical. They often push the boundaries of sportsmanship. Every run, every tackle, every point is earned through sheer will and determination. The players know what's at stake. It's not just a single match. It's national pride, proving who is the toughest, the smartest, the most resilient. A rivalry built on mutual respect but fueled by an unyielding desire to be the best. The history between these two great sporting nations is filled with drama, controversy, moments of breathtaking brilliance etched into fans' memories. The connection extends beyond the sporting arena. Both are nations of the Southern Hemisphere, vast landscapes, a love for the outdoors. This shared identity creates a unique dynamic. They understand each other in a way other nations might not. Both countries produce tough, uncompromising athletes who play hard. This similarity makes their clashes compelling, like watching two brothers fighting for supremacy. Each knows the other's strengths and weaknesses intimately, making the battle of wits as fierce as the physical contest. So, what makes this rivalry so special? It's the perfect storm of ingredients. Two proud nations with a history of sporting excellence. Athletes among the best in the world, pushing each other to new heights. The fans, millions living and breathing every moment. You cannot speak of this rivalry without mentioning the 1999 Cricket World Cup semi-final. It is perhaps the most dramatic one-day match ever played. The game at Edgbaston ebbed and flowed, a roller coaster of emotions for everyone watching. South Africa needed just one run to win from the last four balls with their last pair of batsmen at the crease. Lance Klusener, who had been immense throughout the tournament, was on strike. He hit the ball and ran. His partner, Alan Donald, hesitated. A moment of confusion, a calamitous run-out. The match ended in a tie. Australia went through to the final on a technicality. It was pure, unscripted drama, a moment of heartbreak and ecstasy that defined a generation of cricket. Let's shift our focus to the rugby pitch, specifically the 2011 Rugby World Cup quarter-final. The Wallabies were underdogs against the defending champion Springboks. For 80 minutes, the Australians put on one of the most heroic defensive displays ever seen. They made tackle after tackle, refusing to let the powerful South African team cross their try line. The Springboks dominated possession and territory, throwing everything they had at the Australian wall of gold. But the wall would not break. Australia held on for a nail-biting 11-9 victory. Back on the cricket field, the 2006 series in South Africa provided another unforgettable chapter. Australia set South Africa a world record target of 434 to win in a one-day international. It seemed impossible. What followed was simply breathtaking. The Proteas, led by Herschel Gibbs' spectacular 175, chased it down with a ball to spare. It was the highest successful run chase in one-day history. At the heart of this intense rivalry is a deep-seated, almost begrudging respect. The players on both sides know they are facing opponents of the highest caliber. An Australian batsman knows he will be tested by the pace and skill of a South African bowler. A Springbok forward knows he is in for a physical battle against his Wallaby counterpart. This mutual respect breeds a desire to be at one's absolute best. To beat Australia is a significant achievement. To beat South Africa is a mark of true quality. This isn't just another game, it is a benchmark. Winning provides ultimate bragging rights because you know you've overcome a team just as proud and powerful as your own. The intensity is also magnified by the personalities involved. Both nations have consistently produced players who are not just skilled, but fierce competitors with strong characters. Think of Shane Warne, the master showman, his leg spin, always a spectacle. Or consider the stoic leadership of Graeme Smith. In rugby, backies, both his abrasive nature and David Pocock's relentless work rate. These were not faceless jerseys, they were compelling characters in an ongoing saga. Furthermore, there is a psychological edge both teams constantly try to gain. The mental disintegration the Australian team under Steve Waugh talked about was often directed with full force at South Africa. Sledging, mind games, creating an intimidating atmosphere. The South Africans learned to fight fire with fire, developing a hardened mental resolve. This psychological warfare adds an extra dimension to the contest. It becomes a battle of wills as much as a battle of skills, with each team trying to find a crack in the other's mental armor long before the first ball is bowled or the first whistle is blown. Ultimately, the fire is fueled by the fans. The supporters of both nations are incredibly passionate and knowledgeable. They live every moment, celebrate every victory, and feel every defeat deeply. It is a rivalry built on a foundation of respect, fueled by a fierce desire to win, and decorated with moments of unforgettable drama.